What's up YouTube? Today we're back with another video, and this video is going to be about the 2024 lawn mowing season. There we go. The lawn mowing season and how I prepare my mowers for the upcoming season. But right now we got the Toro time cutter SS425 up on the jack stands. We're just taking the blades off of there, and that is going to be another video on how to service that. And this is how, well, this video today is how I'm going to be servicing the Toro Timemaster 30-inch. But basically, we just got a list of things to do. We got all the parts we need. Parts, I should say. Maintenance parts, because nothing's broken on here. It's just get things up and going in the spring. But, yeah, I'll show you what we got. All right, so I just ordered these off of Amazon. It was about 200 bucks total, but this is the oil we're gonna be putting in there. Fresh oil change. And then we got two bottles of these. What is it? It don't even got a marker on the side, too cheap. But it's 18 ounces, not sure how many quarts or whatever, so. I don't know, they're probably, I don't know, quart each. I don't even know what a quart is. That was a long time in math. But this is the new air filter for, I believe, the time at, yeah, because I just put the new air filter in that one. But as I said, that's going to be in another video. Can't get it shut. Camera, hand, non-dominant hand, don't work well. But, yeah, we got some blades also it came with. That's part of the reason why it was more expensive. But we got mulching blades for this one. These things are dull, pretty dull, so I think you have to sharpen them. Then we got some fuel filters, and this fuel filter is for the Timemaster, but this one won't fit the time cutter, so I'm just gonna keep that one on there or buy a new one. And we got a spark plug. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna pull this thing out. Maybe move that, we'll see, but let's get to it. Alrighty, we got the mower all out. And now we are going to first be doing the air filter replacement. This is pretty simple, anyone can do this. I mean, anyone can do the whole servicing. It's self-explanatory if you know what you're doing. Where you just loosen here. Might take a little bit. And then as you can see, it's all dirty and crappy. Even got, we bought this, actually my dad bought it a few years back, and then I just paid him to use it for my business that I started up back in 2020. And so there's the air filter. It's just, this cap comes right off. And we got the brand new one. It said all the parts were OEM, so that's good. Just blow on that, clean it off. I'll get a rag real quick. Right here, actually, because I use rags a lot. Just clean this up. Give it a nice little here and there. Maybe do that while you're at it. But the water isn't turned on yet, so we can't clean these mowers officially. Bad boy on just like that. Might need two hands, just line it up. And now you got your air filter on. Might give this a little wipe down before I put it back on. All right, just got the air filter box back on. Now we're gonna go into the spark plug. To locate your spark plug, you always wanna, most push mowers, it's gonna be on the front usually, I think. But it's usually gonna be right by your valve cover, which will usually say OHV. And then it's gonna be relatively close. So this is the spark plug boot. You're just gonna pop that off. It'll be a little harder, I just did it before. And then here's the spark plug right here. Then you're gonna go over to your socket set, find the right socket. And then you're just gonna go right here. And it shouldn't be very tight, so you should just be able to loosen it up. Go from this way, it's easier. Just loosen it up like that. If you're strong enough, which I'm weak, you can possibly do it with your hand after you get it off the first. Spin that off. I find it's easier to do it like this. Just got the spark plug snug tight and the boot on. Well, not really snug tight, just a little over snug, but got that back on. And remember, always do it with a wrench. Don't do it with a impact, nothing. Now, what are we gonna move on to? That's right, we're gonna move on to the oil change. We'll show you how to do that. As you can see, spark plug's really dirty. They're the exact same ones. This one's got a different model, Champion, but, oh, there's a tractor going by. It's pretty cool. I don't know what they're doing. It's the first time I've seen a tractor in my neighborhood. That's pretty cool. But then you can see the spark plug goes right into the cylinder. That's where you do all the compression testing. But I'm gonna get this back in with 2 hands. All right, guys, so now we're in the messy part of the Toro Timemaster little tune-up, but little spring maintenance for me. But the only way to change the oil on this Timemaster is to flip it over on its side. The best way to do this is how I have it set up right now. I have a piece of cardboard and a little piece of cardboard, I don't know what you even call that, just in case it drips over the cardboard or I don't get it first try. But I would recommend you having a little oil catcher like this. This is like $20 at my local O'Reilly's. I think it was $20 at least. Might be even cheaper. But just a little pan or one of those little baking little tin sheets, those would be fine too. You just have to have a proper place to dispose it after. You can't just go dump it in your lawn or throw it in the trash can, as that's illegal. But let's get to this oil change. You'll see my first-hand experience with it. Alrighty, so all I've done at the moment is remove the dipstick, and it looks like I'm gonna need to move this back just a little bit. See if this goes into here. Hopefully you catch it all. I don't want a big oil spill. But I'm gonna move this out now. Then I'm going to tip it over, which this is a little heavy. Let's make sure you have that right there. I'm going to use the leverage. So I have it this far. You may need to adjust this. Put that pretty close. And there goes all the oil spilling out. And it does get pretty close to this thing right here, but it shouldn't be a problem. And you're just gonna let this thing drain, run its path. There isn't too much oil that goes in this machine. We're just gonna let her drain. But now, out of the dipstick right there, it's just dripping. Then it all flows down into here. I already got a mix of oil in there from projects I've done to just oil changes, basically. But I definitely recommend draining the gas. I'm not sure the gas will come out the top, which I'm pretty sure it does because we've tried to tip it over on a trailer like that before. But definitely recommend draining the gas, which I've had to drain gas since I haven't started up since summer. Well, the fall, I should say. But we're gonna let that drip. Then we're gonna tip it back over and put some new oil on it. All right, so it's all done draining, and now we're gonna be careful to tip this thing back over. Make sure it don't spill any more oil. And just like that, we have it tipped over. And we got no spill, so that's always good. Wrap this all up. Clean off, like right there. And I usually like to let that sit for like 30 minutes, let it all drain, and then I'll wipe it down into the drain after. Go throw that away. If you wanted to, you can help the process. It gets a little stuck here and there. Just get all that oil flowing into the drain. You can prop it up on something if you'd really like. These things are really nice to have. And a lot of sand and crap came out of there. So I might open up this belt cover later too to clean it all up. But right now, we got it there. Now we have to fill it up with some oil. All right, so my oil funnel is pretty dirty. I have a little oil plug too. I like to put in it. I set that on top there once it's all clean. I'm gonna go clean this up real quick. All right, so we just got the funnel cleaned up. Now I'm well aware that is a plastic funnel and the oil will rot away at it over time, I think. But that might just be gasoline, not sure. But puncture the hole in here. Just take the cover off. Try have no fingernails. So just puncture it. Tear it off. And now we'll go gulp, gulp, gulp. Now I'm pouring the oil in there. You do want to go slow with this stuff. I'm gonna pour half of that bottle, see where it gets me. Because there was not that much engine oil, even though that was a little low. Get this one out. Puncture the hole. Put like half of that. It seems about half. I'm gonna just wipe off the dipstick after. Always do that after you take it out. So we got a rating of nothing, as you can see. No lower, no higher. As you saw on that little thing. Oh, dripping some oil out of our funnel. Put that all the way back in there. I did a little shake here and there. Take it back out. And we're gonna see. And it looks like we are above maybe, or I just tipped it back. We'll do that one more time. But it looks like we're well above, which might be bad. Haven't really had a problem with it yet, but we're just gonna make sure. Do that one more time. Take it out. And we are well above, so we're gonna stop there. I might even drain a little bit. We're well above, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna drain just a tad. Tip, learn from my mistakes. Just make sure you know how much oil, how much you should put in your machine. That'll be on the owner's manual, which I did not read. So this is 18 ounces. 18 ounces of oil, premium engine oil in there. But it should run still fine. I mean, as long as it's not totally capped off, I think. But I will just drain a little bit. I want to learn from my mistake. I put too much engine oil in there, so I had to drain it out. But now we're gonna be going on to the fuel filter. That's what we're gonna be taking off and maintaining it, I guess. One thing I did not show you guys is I replaced the fuel filter, so all that consists of is just taking these little clips out, taking these, and then replacing with the arrows forward. Start that boy up.